WideSide Sports, the greatest gambling podcast known to man. And I can say that for true, that if you go opposite, you're going to make a lot of fucking money. I didn't even see what your number was last week.
I went 3-2.
3-2?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've gone 3-2 the last 2 weeks.
I am 0-10.
Yeah. You're not doing good.
I'm not.
You're not doing well.
I mean, percentage-wise, it's just as hard to pick the loser.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you're really good on the opposite end of things.
Yeah.
So basically,
now somebody's going to do that and do a 5-game parlay, and I'll fucking go 5-0 this week and just fuck them.
I'm kind of right in the middle.
You can't do that, you know. I mean, it'd have to, if you're listening in a state that you can do that, you can't do it here until January. Because why would you have it ready for football season? That'd be crazy.
I hate that rule.
It's just, we should be ready by January. It's like, so we can get like the 4 games that are left.
Yeah, we can get the playoffs and the Super Bowl.
Want us to gamble basketball like a fucking child?
Yeah, how do you gamble, especially college basketball where everybody beats everybody all the time?
Yeah. Well, I remember that one time it was an Ohio State team. This was years ago. Like, Ohio State was undefeated, ranked top 5. Big Ten playing like a, whatever, Saturday game, noon, 1 o'clock, whatever it is, against a team that was like fucking 2-12.
Got beat.
Their asses stomped.
Yeah.
It was like, and then talking to somebody, oh yeah, man, we got fucking hammered the night before. We were just hungover.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's what happens when you gamble on college sports. They're fucking kids.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. It would even be, now I think betting college football would be really fun because some of the freaking lines are so crazy. Like, what was it? Michigan against Hawaii was like, Hawaii was plus 52.
Yeah.
Like, who the hell's picking Michigan in that bet?
Well, that's one of those ones where, like, because the ticket you see is a parlay ticket.
Yeah.
Like, to bet that game, like, a lot of people aren't going to, like, they'll give you a plus 52 for a parlay, but, like, if you just want to bet that game, they're probably not even going to take your bet.
No, I get that.
We're not.
I get that, but some of the lines are just crazy with like that. Like, even the Ohio State Notre Dame game. 17? Really? You thought did they have capability of doing that? Yeah, not week 1.
Right.
If it was a week 4 game, all right, I'll give you that because they got some games under their belt.
Oh man, this was years ago of going off that line. It was like a 7-week run where Alabama was like over 21-point favorites.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I just picked.
Yeah.
And was like 6-1.
Yeah.
I'm like,
God damn it.
I mean, they're just, at that point in time, they were just throttling everybody, and their defense was pretty high level. Like, doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly.
Just doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's very upsetting for the state of Ohio of like, well, you could bet like the Super Bowl and stuff, which I assume I'll be a millionaire by then. Because God knows I can only cash
in the $1 million
thing. I can't even. I don't think I've broken 100 in our weekly. I don't think so.
No, I honestly, I think I'm in the same boat as you.
And, it was the same way as last year of my $1 million entry, either is first or second every week.
Yeah.
Of the WideSide, but I can't
get that.
I just can't
reciprocate. So I try not to, now I'm on the boat of I don't want to second guess myself.
Yeah.
So I'll put the same lineup in maybe twice, just in case it's a good one. And then I'm like, well, fuck. Nope, not that. But like we were talking earlier in the week, I do so good with the single games.
Yeah, I am terrible at those.
I cashed with the Broncos Seahawks week 1. I cashed on the Bills Titans week 2. I cashed Sunday Night Football last week with New York and Dallas. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't fucking win the whole thing, but I double my money. I'm winning I get $18 every time we play. I'm like, oh, okay, maybe this is the way to go for me.
Yeah, I look at the $1 million one, and I'll be in the 130s, 140s, 150 on a good week.
Yeah,
and then you look at it and it's like 2 2:30. It's like, how the fuck? Like, I can't even.
Have you ever looked at their lineup?
Oh, yeah.
There's only like 2 starters.
Yeah.
I'm like, how the fuck do you know? Like, are you a robot?
Yeah.
Like, are you a robot that just, I mean, how the fuck do you know?
Well, one of it is like those mass players, like they might put in 1,000 entries.
Yes, exactly.
Like,
yeah, that would be crazy.
Well, I mean, you spent $5,000 on entries. Well, first of all, somehow you can do it. You can pick lineups on your computer and then ship them in.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean,
not that. Like the $10 to $15 I might do a week. I'm like, this is pushing it.
Yeah. It's like, if I don't hit it here, I mean,
it's like, I always got next week.
I mean, if I keep losing these, I can't have Apple TV anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Because of the one show that I watch on. I was like, I gotta get rid of that shit. As soon as Ted Lasso comes out, I'm fucking done with Apple TV.
Yeah.
Because,
I don't want
I mean, I watch that Blackbird thing, but they put out like 2 things. The other things that they have out is like, hey, here's Will Ferrell in a serious role.
Yeah.
I don't fucking care.
That.
I don't care.
That. The last week, the other league that I started, this other WideSide league that I started, I was winning after the 1 o'clock games. I had 3 dudes in the 4 o'clock games. They didn't score a point. I was
Never.
Like, how the fuck do you not score at least 1 goddamn point? And they were all starters.
It is shocking when you'll do that. If like 1 week that I cashed out pretty good in the $1 million one.
Mm-hmm.
Like I only had like 3 guys. I had a defense and 3 players going at 1 o'clock, and I had 120 points.
Yeah.
And the rest of my stuff was at 4 o'clock, and I ended up with like 140.
Yeah, and you're thinking, oh man, I got a chance.
Hey, I got
a chance to win big money here.
I had a defense that made me some. That's always the best one, man.
You pick a defense that gets you like 15 points,
even if they just get 8.
Yeah.
You get it before where you have like your guys are killing, your defense goes for like -10.
Oh, I know.
I
hate picking people on my own team. You ever feel like that? You ever get that way? It's hard not to pick Burrow because he's just good.
Yeah, but then again, like his numbers aren't great though, and it's hard not to pick Chase because, like last week I went off and picked Tyler Boyd.
Yeah,
just because. Yeah, his price point of like, he's going to get some targets.
Yeah.
Scores touchdowns.
That's and I don't know how to do. Like I really want to pick some Philly players because their offense is clicking right now. But I'm like last week they used Devontae Smith. Like it's like
I had him last week.
It's almost. It's like when Sean Payton first got to the Saints and there was a different fucking receiver scoring each goddamn week.
Yeah.
That I was like, oh my, who the hell do I pick?
Well, it's like I knock out teams. I pick nobody. Well, obviously the Patriots are trash, but I pick nobody from the Patriots because you don't know. Mm-hmm. It's like, well, here's some guy that was at fucking Foot Locker last week that got 7 touchdowns. But it's. I just don't understand how people get so many points. Yeah. Like in our league, if you score 140, you're fucking winning.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's been pretty rare that anybody.
I don't know if anybody's really got to
the 150s.
Yeah.
I mean,
maybe a couple times, but that's like dudes playing really well.
Yeah, I had Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith.
128 won last week. Fuck you, Lane.
Yeah, I had 127.5 in my $1 million one. But, fuck off, Lane. Nobody likes you anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, see, here's where it is. I had Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith and the Chiefs defense that got 8, and I had Tyler Boyd.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, I had some points. Then I had Dalvin Cook that only got 13.
Yeah.
I had the running back for Philadelphia.
Yeah.
But then I was thinking Hayden Hurst get a touchdown against the Jets or something. Yeah, I had 1 point.
Yeah.
It gets tough, man. You get into that. And
the tight ends are tough because there's not a lot of fucking tight ends.
Hey, here's $10,000 for a tight end that might do something.
Yeah.
Here's one for a blocking guy that maybe picks up a butt fumble and fucking scores with it. I mean.
The tight end is I think is the toughest one to pick. The tight end and the quarterback, because I don't think the quarterback gets the fair points that the running backs and receivers do. Like, I don't think it equals. It probably does, but it doesn't always seem like that. Like your running back always seems like he gets the majority of your points.
Yeah. Yeah, if you get a good one.
If you get a good one.
Well, because your quarterback's touchdown's only worth 4.
Yeah. I don't know why I don't get that.
Yeah, I don't understand that
it's
either.
6 points in the fucking game. It should be 6 points.
It doesn't matter.
No, it does not matter.
I mean,
no, and it's all about yardage with quarterbacks.
Yeah.
It's like you can't pick Aaron Rodgers because he throws 150 yards, but he may throw 2 touchdowns. It's like, well, I didn't get any points from this guy because he only threw 150 yards.
Yeah.
It's bullshit.
Or you get Burrow and you got to get him when he plays the Ravens and throws for 550 as opposed to, he threw for 275. And
Burrow's the guy you have to pick when they play somebody that's good. Because he always does seem to play down a little bit to the competition.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
that Ohio State in him.
Yeah. But just looking at that, what do you got? Like 10 spots that you're picking?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, like you have to average 24 points a game.
Yeah.
Or 20 for the most part. Like if you want to win the $1 million, it's like you got to average 24 points. Now, granted, your defense isn't going to do that. So now you got to bump it up to.
Yeah. Like, you have to have 2 guys go over 30.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to have the hot guy that day.
Yep.
And that's what you'll see. I mean, the first place is this, and the second place is the exact same lineup with one guy different.
Yep.
And it's, half a point.
And the single game ones, if you don't get the multiplier right, you don't win.
Yeah, that's what
basically,
you gotta get.
I mean, if you get the multiplier, if you get that guy, it's like, yeah, okay, I cashed.
That's the...
I like how...
I always want to put a quarterback in as a multiplier, but you can't. You can't.
No.
A lot of times I'll pick both quarterbacks in there.
Well, I won... I had 3 running backs.
Do you even play a quarterback
in the singles?
Yeah,
not always. I didn't have one Sunday.
All right.
When I won the Dallas New York game, I didn't play Jones or Rush.
Gotcha.
I went Saquon was my multiplier. I had Pollard, Zeke, CeeDee Lamb, and the Dallas's kicker.
So because you got to pick a kicker because your money wise is you got to pick a kicker, but it's I
had 3 running backs, CeeDee Lamb and Dallas.
CeeDee Lamb drops that one pass.
Yep.
I mean, well, see, that was funny. Like on the single game thing, I remember just one time because I don't like a little bit. Like I'd throw $1 if I had some on an NBA game or something late. It was one of those ones where it's like 100 people. Yeah, and it pays the top 3. And it's like $3. And I picked a 5-person lineup. Yeah, with a multiplier. It was like I forgot about it. Then the next I fucking won it.
Oh yeah,
I was like, I don't even know who that guy is because it's the NBA and we're in America. And who cares? I mean,
no, but that's like the multiplier. You got to get the multiplier to win on the single games. It's kind of like the good running back in your normal one. I mean, if you don't get a halfway decent running back, you suck.
I used to play one. Obviously, I don't do anything baseball wise. But they used to remember that beat the streak? Yeah. Where you had to try to beat 56 games and you had to pick a guy to get a hit.
It's tough.
That's fucking tough.
You wouldn't think it is. It's like, it's the MLB.
Like, pick one guy out of the whole fucking major leagues to get a hit that day.
Nope.
Like, I got 7.
Yeah. That's the crazy part about baseball is like your stud may not get a hit in a game. I mean,
you are a Hall of Famer if you fail 70% of the time.
I know, it's crazy.
And that's why your game struggles. And let's go ahead and transition into that for a second here.
With the 61?
Yeah. I am tired of listening to the radio where people are acting like that is fucking something.
Yeah.
It's not. I witnessed a guy break that record. I've witnessed 3 people break that record. And to act like that didn't fucking happen.
Who's that? Oh, Barry Bonds and stuff. Yeah.
Barry Bonds, Mark McGwire, Sammy Sosa.
Yeah.
Steroid era is like, and then everybody acts like the fucking pitchers weren't doing it.
Yeah.
Okay. It's like, well, Babe Ruth is still the. All right.
Don't talk about Babe
They didn't
Ruth.
let black people play when he fucking played.
Exactly. And they were throwing half the speed.
This guy's hitting home runs with fucking 98 mile an hour slider.
And he's drunk.
Yeah.
Oh, Babe Ruth drunk.
Yeah, Babe. Yeah.
Yeah. No, no, I'm with you on that one.
But it's like,
because
is this a big deal? This is the biggest deal. That ball's going to go for $2 million. Like, fucking why?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not even one. If you consider 61 the record, it's not even the record. He just tied.
Yeah, exactly.
What the fuck does that mean? Nothing.
He may not hit another one.
May not. I mean,
he probably will.
But
that might be one of the biggest humans I've ever seen swing a bat, though.
And the one thing that they shoved to the side, like he's leading the Triple Crown. Like that's a much bigger accomplishment.
Exactly. Yeah. That means he's a hitter. He's not just a slugger. I mean,
but it's like, well, if he hit 62, that thing could go for $3 million.
Yeah.
Why? To be fourth?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
The fuck?
No, I'm with you on that one.
I'm just, those guys should be in the, I don't, like you could make it an argument about Sammy Sosa in the Hall of Fame because, he had a couple great years when it came to that, but
other than that,
wasn't Barry Bonds. Fuck Hall of Fame.
Hall of Famer.
If Barry Bonds in the Hall of Fame, you have a bullshit Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
You already have a bullshit Hall of Fame because Pete Rose isn't in it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he gambled on baseball as a manager.
Mm-hmm.
Got more hits than anybody.
Yeah.
By a fucking lot.
By a lot.
Mark McGwire? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, well, he broke that. And it's like, well, okay, well, you didn't think he was doing that in the fucking 80s when him and Canseco were in there fucking popping each other's assholes with fucking
something.
Some fucking elephant dick hard medicine.
Yeah. Elephant would be nice.
Well, they were swinging wieners. They didn't even use bats back then.
Wow. Nice hips. Got good hips. Yeah.
Ticked out. But it's like every
radio
show is like, even in the local show that was on when I just came, that was their poll, one of their poll of like, what do you...
Yeah.
The sport sucks.
Yeah.
It's my favorite sport, but it sucks. Stop acting like this is a fucking accomplishment. Yeah. Is it great that he hit a bunch of home runs? Yeah.
I like that guy too, because he didn't say anything.
I like it more because he turned down... he went to arbitration because the Yankees are trying to cheap out for the first time in history.
Yeah.
So he says, no, I don't like that. I'll just play out my contract this year. Mm-hmm. And then does this.
Yeah.
Say he hits fucking 62 home runs and wins a triple crown.
That motherfucker is...
Pay me now, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that you wanted to cheap out at $24 million. Well, now it's $45 million.
Yeah. Now that bitch is
I still don't know where baseball gets its money.
Yeah, no, that's Bobby Bonilla payment. Like, that guy is going to be getting paid well Bobby after Bonilla he's done. Day. Oh, goodness. I think the Reds just got Ken Griffey Jr. off their books. Oh, really?
Because they were paying, had to pay him for...
Yeah. Baseball's weird.
It is so fucking... People...
Hey, the Guardians are in the playoffs, baby.
Who gives a fuck about the Guardians?
Come on. They're exciting. They're young. They're going to get beat the first round, but they're young.
But they're young.
It
matters. They're young.
They can do it again.
So they got really good, get a little bit of stuff, and they're young. So like the Yankees and the Dodgers and all them will just fucking buy them.
Exactly.
Because you're a farm system for the big fucking guys.
100%.
Which is what...
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's exactly what... That's why...
Well, how do we make it more... Well, you got to put a fucking hard cap on it. Mm-hmm. I understand that the cap's not real in the NFL, but there's a loose fucking base of, hey, you can't...
Exactly.
You can't pay one guy fucking $85 million a year and then also have a really good offensive line.
Yeah.
Like, that shit doesn't happen. Like, when you pay your quarterback, you also usually see the receivers start to move away.
Uh-huh.
Because that's just what happens.
Yeah.
Fucking Guardians.
Yeah.
Why'd you pick that? Because this fucking statue on this bridge. Fucking Guardians, man.
It is weird. It's a weird
nothing
name.
To do with that town. The burning rivers. What they should be called. Fuck, Cuyahoga River's on fire.
They should have just been Browns too.
That would have been awesome. Kind of how Pittsburgh
or
like
the Blues,
all their fucking
or the Blues, because they're Navy, the Cleveland Blues, and it's in Music Town.
Why is it fucking Navy?
Because their colors are Navy, so they get blue. Because the Browns, they have brown in them.
There's a hockey team called the Blues in St. Louis.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Sports show, Seth.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to watch it, but I figure you should know.
Yeah, thank you. I didn't know. St. Louis is a hockey team?
Yeah. Yeah, well, because I was like that because like Pittsburgh,
Yeah.
like they keep that color scheme,
Uh-huh.
which is where the USFL fucks up is the Pittsburgh Marauders.
They're
It's
not.
like they were like fucking black and orange.
Uh-huh.
Of like, hey,
This is kind of a
they
thing.
kind of now. Granted, we understand that you're a Pittsburgh team that has never
Been in
practiced
Pittsburgh.
or played in Pittsburgh. Why we're using city names, I don't know. But there's kind of a theme that this city has with fucking colors.
Uh-huh. You're not doing it.
Get on board.
You're getting close, which is weird. Like you didn't go full.
Yeah, it's like
black.
maybe get on board with that.
The yellow's kind of played out. We'll go orange.
They kind of take their sports serious there in that town.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
maybe do with that.
It's weird that as much sports, like a big sports city, they don't have basketball, which I find odd.
Yeah. And it's never even like when it's never even talked about.
No.
Like when a team's
And you
know,
figure like those guys are some diehard fucking fans. You figure that they would go to basketball games.
I don't know that they would.
Not blue collar enough.
You know
what I'm saying? No, I get it. Like,
it's kind of like
hockey's
that.
a rough
All
one.
right.
The Pirates suck.
Yeah, the
but,
Pirates. They have the greatest fucking stadium.
They have a very
in
nice
the country.
stadium. Very nice stadium.
Nobody sees it.
No.
I mean,
no. Those are the cheapest MLB tickets to get.
Yeah.
I mean, even
They're
the
fucking
Reds.
free.
Even the Reds tickets are expensive and they suck.
and there's like 1,500 people there.
Yeah.
It's like,
I just sit where I want.
where are you guys making your money again? Fucking Fox Sports Ohio's fucking paying this payroll. You kidding me?
Oh.
Plus the check that you get from the Dodgers and the fucking Yankees.
College football was kind of
It's a thing.
iffy. I mean, nothing really happened. That might be one of the worst Wisconsin teams I think I've seen in a long time.
Pretty bad.
Really fucking bad.
I
didn't think that it would be that bad. Like I didn't think that it would be competitive, but I didn't think it would get out of hand like that fast.
The one thing I don't like on talking head wise, this is just a thing where I just shit on everything.
Yeah, you seem like you're in one of those moods.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
We'll get to your team later.
I can't wait to my team.
But it's like there's a lot of talking heads of like, well, hey, that Wisconsin defense was for real and Ohio State did that. It's like,
no.
Well, yeah, they're a top 10 defense when they've played nobody.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't be or 18th or whatever the hell they were.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they got a for real defense. And I understand in the past that's kind of what they've been. But you know, that's like saying Michigan had hey, look, that defense is amazing. So, well, they played fucking Hawaii.
Mm-hmm.
52-point favorites.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you couldn't have planned on Hawaii scoring much or that wouldn't be a spread.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm saying even just what Wisconsin is, it just wasn't the same. They didn't have freaking hosses up there running the football. They didn't have, it just didn't seem like a typical Wisconsin team.
I wonder how much of that you see change, once the playoff, because that's going to be tough for Wisconsin to keep those big boys.
Yeah.
Because in the playoff era, they've never had a chance. Like, when Ohio State beat them in the Big Ten championship game that year, like even if Wisconsin won that game, they weren't going to the playoff.
No.
I mean, how do you keep these guys that you put in the NFL on the offensive line from going to fucking Alabama or Georgia or,
Yeah.
How do you do it?
Yeah.
I mean.
No, and I get that part. But I thought it was funny that Kent State gave Georgia a fit. that was just weird.
That was the greatest. Was reading responses on Twitter.
Yeah.
It's like, well, Georgia needs to bump down to number 3.
Yeah.
We're the best team in the country. It's like, well, yeah, but last week you said when Ohio State only won by double digits that they need to jump down because they didn't win by enough.
Yeah.
Well, that's bullshit. And
no,
okay, calm down.
But but Michigan having Maryland compete with Michigan, that was
Maryland
weird.
Beat them.
They should have. They really
2
should have.
plays.
Yep.
You fucking bumped that was one, like, I didn't even see it happen.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was watching the game, but it's like you're not really paying attention. And it's like, touchdown Michigan. It's like,
yeah.
Oh, they get a pick 6 or something, and then you look and it's their offense. Like, why the fuck they even get the?
Yeah.
It's only been 15 seconds. How'd they even get the ball?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. Clemson,
you got that, and then right before half, they bust
Yeah.
They bust that 50-yard touchdown run of you know.
Yeah. But then freaking Clemson and Wake Forest going into double overtime. It's like, Jesus.
Because I don't know who Clemson has this week. NC State. Like, this is like their last game.
Yeah. Really.
I think they play Notre Dame at some point in time.
Yeah.
Notre Dame probably beat them, but
they might.
But this is one of those of like, it's weird that it's week 5 and like this is technically your last fucking game that you should be scared of.
Mm-hmm.
And NC State's not.
No,
great.
Not scary, no. Fucking Texas. Jesus. Getting beat by Texas Tech.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, how do you compete with Alabama like that? And I get it, young and this and that, but come on. Like, you should, after the Alabama game, you should win out. I mean, you competed with that team, probably, top 3 team in the country, and you're getting beat by Texas Tech. That's the sign of youth or just not a good football team.
Yeah. Here's a weird one that came out of the college ranks, though. I think it was the Oklahoma State athletic director.
Yeah.
That said when Oklahoma moves to the SEC that Bedlam dies, that we're not playing anymore.
Really?
Why would you do that?
Yeah, that's your game.
That is so much money.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to tell you, you're Oklahoma State. I understand you have sellouts and stuff, but that's a big deal. A big deal.
Yeah.
To be that petty?
Yeah.
Of like, yeah, we're not doing it anymore. It's like, well, there's other teams that do that. Like, pretty sure Clemson and South Carolina always play each other.
Yeah. Just because they're not in your conference anymore doesn't make that not a rivalry.
Yeah.
You're in the same fucking state.
But it's one of those, if you're not in the Big 12, we're not playing.
Stupid.
Like, you're stupid.
Stupid. I was so fucking hoping that Arkansas would hold on to that game.
Yeah.
The dude jumping over the pile and getting that ball knocked out. Did you see that play? So like a goal line jump over pile. Don't know if he should have jumped. They were like the 4. Like, I mean, that's a big dive. Jumps over, tries to extend the ball, gets popped out, and they house it.
Okay, yeah, I did see that.
They house it, but they have the guy tackled, and the guy hands it off to the other guy. And then
I did see that, yeah.
It's like, oh, my God.
That's one of those ones like you hear.
And then the field goal kicker misses the field goal.
Yeah. But you hear coaches stop reaching for the fucking goal line.
Yeah.
Stop.
I
mean.
I know it's as soon as it breaks, it's done, but you were like, he should not have jumped.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm like, you have to go over top of people.
Did you think you were an Olympic jumper?
I mean, that is a far-ass jump. And you're a running back. You're not 6'5".
Like there's not a linebacker on that other side just waiting. Yeah. Like it's his job.
Those drills.
Yeah.
It's a goal line drill. Yeah. No, I thought it was, that was my first impression. I'm like, why did he jump that far away? Like, you're not on the 1.
Yeah.
Or the 2. But no, it just sucks because they had him stopped. And then the guy just comes behind him and tosses it to him and fucking houses it. I'm like,
That is something that you don't see as much anymore because when it used to be they'd be on the 1 and you just see that running back jump over fucking everybody. But then the first time they jump a couple times, that linebacker comes up and rips your head off.
Yeah,
like,
maybe not that anymore.
Well, I think they got this planned.
Well, you don't see it much as you think you would of when you're getting tackled and you have a buddy right there to give him the ball.
Yeah.
Like, you feel like that's something, or the interception out of bounds, throwing it back. Like, think there's a lot of times
like
where
a little tip drill back.
There's a lot of times where you can do that, but it's just nature. Just
Nobody's
let it go.
There, yeah.
Or there's nobody there. It's like, man, this would be. Those are the cool plays because those are like the heads up plays that those are athletes make those plays. You know what I mean? Or you're thinking, hey, I'm just going to hand this fucking guy right here behind me and he's going to go score. But you feel like the game has evolved. You feel like that would be something that evolves with it.
Right. Well, there's so many times where it was like the interception or something like that of like where there's like one guy that can make the tackle, but your butt is like run the fucking option.
Yeah.
If you just flip that back, he's gone. I mean,
exactly.
And if he misses it, it goes out of bounds. Like it's one of those of like all you had to do is the one that gets me is on interception, like pick sixes, of how many times it looks like his buddy that's running up to celebrate is about to tackle him.
Yeah.
Like, you see him trip him up a little bit of like,
hey, just stay away.
You could just stay in front of the guy that's trying to tackle me as opposed to running up on me.
Yeah. Or that they're like running beside each other as they're scoring. It's like, ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, just stop. Get away from me. Get away.
Don't get in there. I understand you're excited, but this is my moment.
Yeah.
But thanks for trying to steal it.
Yeah.
Prick.
Oh.
Yeah, football. College-wise, I mean, I don't know what's much going on this week.
No,
I think Alabama and Arkansas play.
Ooh. I like Arkansas just because I like the grittiness.
I like the coach.
I like the coach.
Now, Alabama will beat the absolute fuck out. They're about to get beat by 30.
Yeah, you're right about that. But I do like the coach. I like you can always tell you have a good college football coach by the way that you just see almost the culture switch.
Yeah.
Like they start to believe that they can start to do shit now.
Because that's one of those ones of Alabama should have got beat. Then they played a nobody. Now they play a team that is the darling of the country of like, oh, Nick Saban is going to
murder
beat your ass.
Yeah, exactly.
Of like, hey, we're going to prove a point here.
Mm-hmm.
We're the big dogs.
This has nothing to do with us, and it's probably not even going to be that good of a game, but Kentucky Ole Miss should be a fun game to watch.
Yeah.
I mean, both undefeated. Kentucky's defense is fantastic.
That's one of those things. Like, you don't want to be an elitist, but it's like, fucking Kentucky, really?
Yeah, no, but they're fun. I watched the Florida game, and they were fun to watch.
Yeah.
And then I always like to watch Lane Kiffin do Lane Kiffin things. It's always a laugh.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, Alabama, Arkansas, Oklahoma State. I'm just going through ranked teams.
Yeah.
Wake Forest, Florida State, Clemson, and NC State. And that's really all the ranked teams playing each other.
Other than that, who Ohio State plays.
They play Rutgers. Michigan plays Iowa.
Oh, yeah. That'll be a bloodbath.
Yeah. Other than that, Penn State, Northwestern, Utah, Oregon, Oklahoma, TCU. Nothing really exciting other than a couple games.
I'm surprised the Ohio State Rutgers game isn't like a midnight kick. God forbid you.
3:30?
Is it a 3:30? I thought it was a noon game.
No, it's a 3:30 game. Why?
I'm okay with 3:30.
Yeah, but I know you are because you work on Saturdays. But that's a
like 3:30 is a good time.
But next week they play Michigan State at 4.
Fox.
ABC.
4?
Yeah.
Weird.
It is weird.
It's a weird kick time.
Yeah.
It's 12, 3:30.
Well, they got to get their pregame coverage in.
Yeah.
They got to.
But to me, 3:30 is a perfect kick time.
Mm-hmm.
The 8 o'clock games, especially when it's fucking Toledo.
Oh my God.
Like, what are we doing? But it bothers me like the Ohio State Michigan. I hate the noon kick of that's too quick.
Yeah.
Like I need,
need a little bit of a build up time there.
Not even that. I've just I need to get my day started.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, I know what you mean. I think I'm kind of out on the Penn State train. Like, I don't think they're a very good football team.
Oh, were you ever on it?
At the beginning of they compete. They play hard.
Yeah.
And they always give somebody fits in the Big Ten, but Central Michigan was giving them a fight.
Oh, yeah.
If you're Penn State, that's just a blowout. That's got to be a blowout.
You do whatever you want. Be as good as you want to be, but you're never going to get over a pedophilia scandal.
Yeah.
I mean,
all right.
As a general rule,
yeah,
that's a tough one to get by. I mean, it's just a tough one to get by.
I didn't think you were going there, but all right, there we go.
I mean,
I don't really know what else to
fucking know. I don't know what's going on.
It's not a good look. You don't know what's going on in your own team.
This is a little linebacker camp.
Yeah.
Moving on.
No, that's actually so. This is a funny. I saw this video the other day.
Oh my God!
Yeah, it's
funny.
It's
a bad transition to say that you were looking at videos.
Oh yeah, no, it's okay. It's funny.
That made it worse.
So this girl walks up to these guys and they're like an outside bar, and she goes, "Hey, we're all going to play rock paper scissors at the same time. If I win, you guys got to buy my friend group some drinks, and if you guys win, you guys will buy whatever. We'll buy you drinks." So like, yeah, okay, whatever. So she goes, rock, paper, scissors, and throws her hand out. And she's got one of those nubs with it just like, it looks like a fork. Like she's got 3, and like all the guys are just, what do we, like one guy's like covering his face. Like he doesn't want to look at it. And he's like, she goes, what do you got to beat this? And she's got her, I was like, that girl's hilarious. And they lost. So they got up.
Apparently we're buying you beer.
Like they all retracted their hands after she put hers out. Like they're like, you shouldn't see what a normal hand looks like. That's what they're. It
is amazing how that is a.
Yeah.
Oh, don't put that
no,
out.
I don't.
Like,
no, but I lost it. Hilarious fucking video. And I don't know why diddling kids at camp made me think of that video, but it did. It really did.
Yeah, that's a weird.
Yeah, but it was funny. I just knew I had to tell you because I figured you would laugh at that. That's an our laugh kind of video.
I laughed at one today, and it's kind of sports related because it involved a soccer ball.
Oh, okay.
It was fucking gender reveal.
Oh, okay.
I fucking hate that shit.
Yeah.
Like, I figured that should be over by now.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm going to throw this out there first, is because I don't know what it means, but the powder was purple. I don't know what that is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know.
It wasn't blue, and it wasn't pink. But they had it in like a, I don't know if it was like a paper mache soccer ball filled with that.
Yeah, powder stuff.
Yeah.
Chalk?
I think that stuff made it like at those fucking fun run things, like where they throw that shit at. Like that's what, now it's like, now it's a big deal to have that. But they, the pregnant wife was there and they had like maybe a 6-year-old daughter, and she tossed the soccer ball up in the air and then the dad kicked it. Well, at the last second, like a lady comes in to like get a better view and the wind was drifting. He kicked it and this thing fucking poofed
on her face.
Her whole fucking body. Like everybody's celebrating at the purple, which I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I don't either.
And then like as the cloud clears, this lady's head to fucking toe purple. Of like, well, there's a reason nobody else was standing there. Like you thought you were going to get a good fucking view. Well, you fucking got it.
That's funny. No, that is a good one.
But it was just like one of those things. And I was like, let's see what people are commenting on this.
Yeah.
And it was all, the fuck is purple?
Yeah.
And then people getting in arguments about what purple meant. Of like,
yeah, I don't know what purple means.
I like a quick scroll through.
Yeah.
20 to 30 comments, and not one person had mentioned how that lady got douched with chalk. It's like, what do you...
Yeah.
You guys are just like looking for arguments on here. I was coming in here for some funny stuff, but like nobody's got that.
Oh, that's funny. That's a funny thing, though. I mean, we didn't do gender reveals for our party because we're our kids because we're normal.
Yeah.
But no, but it was definitely a funny video. I can imagine that being.
Yeah, it was quite hilarious. I watched it, loop back a couple times.
Mm-hmm. Now you're only going to get gender reveals. Gender reveals now.
I could, the ones that are always great is, they're swinging at something and dad gets hit in the nuts.
Those are great.
Okay.
Those are great.
Everybody's good for a good nut shot.
Yeah. So we already mentioned that you went 0-5 last week.
Yeah.
And I went 3-2.
Yeah.
Did we talk about that?
Dud.
Did we talk about that? You
That's
went
how we opened
0-5?
the show.
I just said, sorry. I didn't see what
Actually, I said 0-10 because that's technically what it is.
0-10, 6-4.
Fucking perfect.
Yeah.
Mr. Perfect.
Did you watch a lot of NFL games? I know you worked Sunday.
I didn't see any of them.
I know you. Yeah, I mean, I text you about the Colts. I fucking told you I should have stuck with the Colts.
Well, I believe we talked like the Colts or the Chiefs never cover.
We did talk about that, but I went Colts last week, and I knew I was not. I was just joking. You're not fucking going with the Colts. Yeah, you're right, but I should have.
Well,
in the Pick'ems league, I did.
The funny thing is the Colts don't win that game if they don't throw a flag for whatever the guy said.
Yeah.
To the point that Matt Ryan and none of the linemen even had a reaction to what he said, but they threw a flag.
Yeah.
And then that gives them first down. The Colts win the game. Like, they were already punting. What did he say?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you call him a honky?
Yeah.
I mean, it's because usually that shit, if it's just talking, it's usually, hey, there's some words that you can't say.
Mm-hmm. Usually races.
Mostly we know what they are.
Yes.
Of like, let's fucking, he said it to Matt Ryan. Like, what the fuck could he have possibly said?
Yeah.
They got to be like, That's it.
You get you see it a lot of times in the NFL. You get crews who get almost defensive
And get part of the game.
Yes, and get like if a coach, let's just say Andy Reid's on like you always see something fucking stupid like that. It's like you're just adding to the fucking mix, dude. Just you're an official. Nobody gives a shit that you're out here. Stop.
Yeah.
Unless you have giant biceps like Ed Hockley, nobody cares that you're out here. Nobody talks about you. Remember him when he was fucking shredded out of his mind, being old too?
Yeah.
It's cool.
It was cool.
But did you see the other controversy with the Chiefs? Mahomes and Bieniemy screaming at each other?
Yeah. Yeah, well, I seen the, obviously I didn't see when it happened, but I seen the
clip. So I see the clip, and then Shady McCoy comes out and goes, Bieniemy's like that. He just wants to argue with the players the whole time.
Yeah.
Now you're starting to see other things come up of why he hasn't actually gotten a look at the head job.
And it's amazing how fast it turns. Like, this is bullshit. Why can't he get a job? He's always getting looked over. Gets in an argument on TV with Patrick Mahomes. This is why this motherfucker can't coach. All the Chiefs fans of like, we need to fire him. We need to. He sucks. He's not. It's like,
and you really wonder how much play calling does he actually do?
Yeah,
and that's always the biggest question because we don't know. But for McCoy, who was with the Chiefs for maybe 2 years, I think he won a Super Bowl. He either won the Super Bowl with the Chiefs or with the Bucks after the next year.
Yeah,
one of the two.
Yeah.
Was with Andy Reid with the Eagles, drafted him for every year.
Yep.
You know, Andy was there in Philly after he drafted him, and you didn't hear him say anything about Reid. You only heard him say stuff about Bieniemy. So that was my next. I was like, okay, so he's got some other fucking issues that goes on.
Yeah, like it's when you hear a player come out and say that, and then you go, okay, that. Like, there's a reason he's not getting a job, and it might be that one.
And it's LaShawn McCoy, who you really didn't hear say anything.
Nothing.
Really at all. I mean...
He didn't even really talk all that much shit when Philly traded him.
No.
Like,
you just say, okay.
Hey, he's the best running back. Yeah, let's get him out of town.
Yeah. Okay.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just... So for him to kind of say that, like if some of the other guys came out and said that who argue with coaches all the time, it's like, okay, yeah, no,
There's going to be arguments.
Which is fine.
It has to happen.
Yes. I mean, you're adults, you're grown men out there fucking competing.
But the way when McCoy said that, the way I took it is, I'm the coach, I'm always right.
Mm-hmm.
If this play doesn't work or anything, it's your fault because you didn't execute it properly.
Yeah.
Like, I always look that way of like, you can do that in high school, like you can have that, and you can do it in college to an extent. In the NFL, like if you're saying like you didn't do it right, that's fucking Patrick Mahomes. Like there's a pretty good chance he knows what's going on.
Yeah.
You know, of like
a rookie who's the third game. Okay. Yeah, you could get on a little bit, but this guy's
don't act like you're at that level. Like these guys do, you know, they're doing the same work that everybody else is doing.
And that's we talked about that a lot of you're coworkers at that level. Like you're not it's not coach versus, you know what I mean? It's a coworker kind of environment. Now, you have to have enough respect for the guy to listen to him, but you also have to be enough respect for the player to listen to him as well, because he's the one out in the field seeing all the shit.
Yeah.
But no, I just thought that was weird for him to say that, just out of him, because he doesn't really stir shit. He doesn't really start shit or anything like that.
For a 3-year span on Twitter, Eric Bieniemy is beloved.
Yep.
One fucking clip of Patrick Mahomes. That's why this motherfucker can't get a job. I wish he'd get fired. Like, all right, well, that didn't take much.
Yeah.
I mean,
no. The bad part is, hell, he better. I mean, if it's we don't know. It was one clip, but if it's a thing,
apparently it's it might not be a thing for Patrick,
but apparently it's a thing for a lot of other things.
It's a thing for other players.
But if it is, it's a thing. It's like, the Chiefs. They have Matt Nagy back on their staff, who was their offensive coordinator for a couple years with Mahomes.
Yeah.
So it's like, you're not untouchable.
And I'm going to guess, like with McCoy and them, because I assume Bieniemy is the offensive coordinator / running backs coach. Like,
I would assume that too.
I would assume that. So he's in that room, and that's probably got pretty heated in that meeting room.
Probably.
Multiple times.
Yes.
So,
I mean, it could have been a thing where he called a run, he checked into a pass. I mean, it could have been something as simple as that. Yep. I called a fucking run. You know what I mean? A Peyton Manning thing of,
Yeah.
You just blocked, Jeff.
That is so great. Especially when he comes in and goes, hey, I'm mic'd up.
Yeah.
Like, that's... the way Peyton gets up off that fucking... What'd you say?
Yeah.
And starts walking down there.
And then you
they
see all other four offensive linemen get up.
Yeah.
It's like, easy there, Peyton.
I know you're 6'6".
Yeah.
He's going to throw you around
Yes.
like a rag doll.
Exactly. Sorry.
He is also one of the greatest at that at his position.
At his position, yeah.
Which is known for throwing people around.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I don't know what else happened.
Here's my. This is, and I hate to say it, but I'm also a fan of a rival team. I love the fact that the Raiders are 0-3.
That is,
it's shocking,
astonishing.
It's shocking, and it's not shocking because it's still the fucking Raiders at the end of the day. But your roster is so loaded.
But it's the Raiders with a whole new crew. And I'm not a Josh McDaniel fan. I don't hate Josh McDaniel, but he just does nothing for me because I don't give anybody credit for shit that they did with Tom Brady.
Yeah.
You know,
you had Tom
for
Brady.
that span.
Yeah.
Like you're getting to the point now where it's like, hey, Bill, does your way work or was it Tom Brady?
Oh,
which obviously it worked. Like their defense is still really good right now.
His way,
he's just a bad general manager.
Yes, that's my next point. You can't fucking have guys on your team for a year and fucking cut them.
Yeah,
that's stupid. That's not how this works. That's
you
not how.
Talked about like, hey, he finds these diamonds in the rough. He found one,
and
it wasn't even him. He wasn't the general manager back then. But you're cutting 1 year after. You're cutting third, fourth, and fifth round picks.
Yeah.
1 year after drafting them. You're shitty at drafting.
Yeah. Yeah, you fucked up and you have to cut them now because they weren't any good when you drafted them.
Kind of like that. Well, that's where the Raiders were.
Mm-hmm.
Their first 3 rounds of picks have been cut or in prison.
Yeah, I mean, honestly. Yeah, the only one that's still there the last 2-3 years is Josh Jacobs.
Yeah, and they
only one.
They're kind of trying to run him out of town.
Exactly. They have the other Edmonds or whatever his name is in there. Yeah, no, it's weird.
That's one of those things, too, of like everybody, with the, it's not working out, Devontae, you got that money. How's it living over there? Like, probably okay. He lives in Vegas.
Yeah. The crazy part about I think this is the biggest difference people don't realize between quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Devontae Adams hasn't led the team in receiving yet in a game. He would be number 3 in yardage in the NFL right now if he was a Packer. Yeah. I mean, they would have found him.
Well, he'd be number 1.
Yeah. Okay.
It'd be number 1.
At least top 3. I'll just say top 3 for the argument. But
2 of the top 5 are on the Dolphins.
Exactly. But they found ways to get the fucker open.
Yeah.
Like you have your best receiver, one of the best in the NFL, if not the best in the NFL, hasn't led your team in receiving yet.
Well, and that's my problem with the whole Josh McDaniel. He's an offensive guru. It's like, well, your offense sucks.
Yeah, exactly.
And you have weapons everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You have let's call it the best receiver. You have a fucking top 3 tight end.
Yeah.
You have a pretty good running back room. Hey, your slot receiver was a superstar last year.
Yeah.
Fuck we doing?
I take that back. 1 game, he was their leading receiver. 1 game. But it's just like, what in the hell are you doing? They are
exactly like the Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
They will find a way to lose a game. I mean, just, you fumble it and get it fucking housed.
The Chargers,
That's
man.
how you lose.
The Chargers, man. Hell, their only wins.
Everybody's hurt now.
Their only wins against the fucking Raiders.
Yeah. That's, this comes up just like the Baker thing last year. You've broken or fractured rib cartilage. Never had it. I assume it hurts like a son of a bitch.
It has to.
I'm sure he took the needle.
80%
of your plays were fucking pass plays.
Yeah.
Your quarterback is fucking struggling.
Exactly.
And you're like, fucking throw it more.
Yeah.
To the point of 1, he just kind of, what are we doing? Don't fucking play him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You pay backups for a reason.
And I like Justin Herbert. I am so sick and tired, and I said this last year. We got to stop acting like this guy's a god. He hadn't done anything yet.
People were preseason. They were talking about him up there with Mahomes, Rodgers, and Allen. It's like, what?
It's one of those things. Like, I get the Josh Allen thing of like they start ranking quarterbacks. And it's like fucking Joe Burrow's ranked 8th.
Yeah.
Of like he's not even in the top, and Herbert's in like what they like the fucking top tier of like what?
Yeah, no, you got to quit that shit.
You got to win.
Yeah,
it's a game about winning.
Yeah.
Here's a good. And you got anything else you want to touch on that?
No, go ahead.
So I'm going to transition to your team.
Okay.
Just saying it's about winning.
Oh, thanks.
And how he's a
piece of shit. Yeah, go ahead.
But, and I don't know that I'll get a big argument from you.
Okay.
Especially with all the shit that's came out from his ex-teammates about how he's a piece of shit. Nobody likes him.
Yeah.
Everybody knows he's a me guy.
Uh-huh.
He threw for 175 yards, I think.
Yes.
And they got a win.
Uh-huh.
A 1-point win. They scored 11 points.
Yeah.
11 to fucking 10.
Yeah, it was a fun game to watch. It was a frustrating but fun game to watch. Go on.
Defense is great.
Yeah, the defense is back up to, I think, par to where we left off last year.
Now, obviously, I have a big hatred for him.
Yes.
I think, and I'll just say this, if you gave him the question, pick one. You threw for 175 yards and you won 11 to 10. You threw for 350 yards, 4 touchdowns, and you lost 30-28.
I think he'd rather have that one. I mean, honestly, I think he would.
I think he would, too.
No, I agree with you 100%.
And that's a weird thing to say about a fucking quarterback.
It is. It is. I have no arguments with you on that one. I mean, you can see it in his interviews. Now, he does a good job of playing the part in front of the media.
He's fake.
He is. He's fake as shit. But, dude, everything that you wear, if it has a Broncos logo on it, it has some kind of 3 sewn into the hat.
Yeah. You wore your own fucking jersey to training camp.
Exactly.
First day.
Yeah.
But of the 32 starting quarterbacks, I think he might be the only one that would answer that question that way.
Yeah, probably. If he was answering honestly, yes. No, I'm with you on that.
Of like,
yeah.
Like I get like when I've seen this for years.
Mm-hmm.
You can jump on my fucking hate wagon.
Yeah.
The guy is, you can always tell when someone's not being themselves.
Oh, yeah.
Every time there's a camera on you, that ain't you.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's going to come out when he retires that he's fucking Brett Favre.
Yeah.
Oh, you had all this shit. Oh, you ripped a bunch of fucking people off to bait.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's what's going to happen with Russell Wilson.
Yeah. I know. I agree with you. I mean, he's not a good human whatsoever. No. He's really not even playing a good quarterback at this point in time.
I don't know what the fuck his deal is, but his passes do not look.
They don't look the same.
I know he jammed his finger last year and had to miss 3 weeks.
Finally,
when another guy did the same injury and finished the game and then played the next week.
The only thing I'll say is he looked that last drive where we scored to take the lead. He actually was doing Russell Wilson shit. He extended plays, threw the ball down the field. He was extending plays, throwing down the ball the field. Then they were running. I mean, that was the first time I think all year. Now I know there's only 3 games, but where he actually shown kind of what makes him good.
Yeah, what makes him him.
Makes him him. He's not very good at just dropping back and throwing. He's good on the boots. He's good on stuff like that. But he was extending plays and making plays to the receivers. And I'm like, okay, maybe he's just getting in his groove. And maybe it's going to take a little bit with a new offense, this and that. But when you have a guy like Aaron Rodgers who has praised this dude, he knows what he's doing. He may not be able to do both at the same time, being a play caller and a head coach, which you know what? Credit Hackett. He hired a guy to help him out.
Yeah.
At least he did something.
At
least he's trying. He's not one of those guys, I can fucking fix it on my own. He hired some guy to help him. I'll give him kudos for that because a lot of coaches will just try to do it all on their own. But it's also Russell Wilson. It shouldn't have taken 3 weeks, and it's still really not perfect, but it shouldn't take this long for you to start to mesh and gel. And I think a lot of it has to do with selfishness.
100%. I need to throw for... I want to be a top 5 quarterback of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're not.
No.
You're not. You never will be.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody throws for 300 yards.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is.
Yeah, you got to start winning some more games other than
win.
Yep. No, but I thought our defense played. Oh man, I was so happy. The Garoppolo, who would have thought a safety was better than would have helped him out more than the pick? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who gets a safety and is like, "Whew, glad I got that instead of the pick
Fucking
six."
Dan Orlovsky coming out and saying,
The only
welcome to the whatever
dude,
he caught.
And
However
Garoppolo stepped out fucking early.
Yeah.
It was he was barely getting chased. He had a little pressure to his left or to his right, and was like, "Uh-oh."
The one thing, because you give it to Dan, of like first career game
exactly.
That's the oh shit.
Jared Allen's coming after me right now. But no, for Garoppolo, I figured he would stay in the pocket and whatever happened happens. But I was like, I was shocked that it happened to him. You know what I mean? Just a guy who's done it before. Who isn't afraid to take a hit, obviously. He gets fucking hit all the goddamn time. And he's going to get hit more now because Trent Williams is out for a couple weeks. So,
yeah, and that's the other thing, touching back on the Chargers, everybody's hurt.
Yeah.
Like
they get hurt all the time.
Yeah.
Derwin James, he's a fucking great safety. He hasn't played a season yet. Hasn't played a full season.
Yeah.
Like
Herbert's
Bob Sanders.
Down.
Yeah. Bosa's out.
Bosa's out they put him on IR, so at least 4 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
J.C. Jackson hadn't been right since it's like, okay.
Yeah, your roster was great. Like we said, paper means a lot different.
Yeah.
And how often have you heard Khalil Mack's name?
Not at all.
So are you this defensive genius that everybody gives you, Staley? Because you're not even setting up guys. You haven't even heard really Bosa's name all that much.
I assume he gets fired this year.
I would assume that too.
And my assumption being, everybody thinks the guy is going to take the certain job, but I believe Sean Payton will be in L.A.
That'd be a fun one for him.
Everybody's like, wow, Mike McCarthy's going to get fired. He's going to be in Dallas because him and Jerry like to suck each other off.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah,
I could see him looking at Herbert going, I'm going to try this.
No, that's not bad at all. And they don't even have Keenan Allen yet either.
No, because he's always hurt.
Yeah. But man,
when's the last time he finished a season?
No, but it's but there's still though. Those are a lot of excuses for a team who has a very good roster.
Yeah.
Who have backups to go in there and do stuff. And it's the NFL. There's not a whole lot of people who last every single game.
No.
So you have to be so that the injury now when there's a lot like that, okay, I'll give it to you. But you have to have guys ready to go. Like the Bills. The Bills had their whole fucking secondary out and they should have won the game. Or at least tied it to get that field goal off.
Yeah. We do have to touch on this because more shit keeps coming out. When I was mentioning bags of shit being Russell, but then Brett Favre. Have you been tracking that? I mean,
no. I read the original story when it first came out.
He is a fucking douchebag.
Is he really?
The whole thing, obviously, the diversion of money to build this. It's from his charity. His charity is to help impoverished kids.
Yeah.
Homeless,
Yeah.
And like a breast cancer thing, because I think his mom or his wife or somebody.
He took that money to do it.
Not the first time.
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
He has spent that, I want to say, like, that foundation, it's something like that foundation has spent 10 times more on his daughter's volleyball teams than they have given to impoverished children.
Oh, my God.
And cancer combined.
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
Like
Brett Favre,
and it
what
wasn't
the fuck?
just college. When she was in high school, did it also.
Yeah.
Like, it's like $110,000 for this. I give $5,000 to these kids. It's that level of shit.
Oh, God.
The bad thing is, like, he'll get some restitution shit. He's going to have to pay some stuff. But everybody's like, well, he needs to be arrested now. It's like, well, he didn't do anything illegal.
Yeah.
Now, the politicians that funneled that, knowing that and they were talking back and forth that he was going to do this.
Mm-hmm.
First off, when very rich people have charities, it is not to be charitable.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how they move money around.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's just the way the world is. So Actually, most of your charities of like, they take in $1 million, about 200,000 of that goes to the actual helping, and the 800,000 covers the cost of running the charity. It's like, it's, you know,
it's not as great as
what you now.
Well, hell, it didn't with the Wounded Warriors get busted for a couple years. You know, it's probably a little longer than that.
There's
now,
a list like there's like 1% charities and stuff like the Jimmy V Foundation.
Yeah,
like ESPN picks up the tab for the staff.
Oh, okay.
That runs it.
Yeah.
So 100% of your donations actually go to cancer research. Okay. So they don't have to pay their own staff. ESPN picks up that. Like the Michael J. Fox, it's like a 1% of what they take in helps pay the people that work there. 99% goes to. So you have to seek those out.
Yeah.
That's the other one is like people talk about like Goodwill, just how much money they make. It's like, well, they shouldn't. It's like they're not a charity.
Yeah.
They're a nonprofit. Like everybody thinks nonprofit. Like,
it's not the same.
You know, not the same thing.
Not the same thing.
Like they make money. They're not donating money to anything.
Yeah.
I mean, they do donate to other Goodwill stores.
Yeah.
But that's how it works.
Yeah.
So pay attention when you're donating money as to what is really going
Brett
on.
Favre, though. I mean,
it is. You'd have thought when he just took pictures of his beat up wiener.
That'd be the end of it.
That'd be the end of it. That Jen Sturger.
Yeah.
That got famous for having her tits pushed up at a Florida State game.
Yeah.
She was just in the crowd.
Yeah.
Hey, here's a career in sports journalism.
No shit.
Here's Brett Favre's wiener.
Yeah.
It looks like somebody punched it.
Yeah. Good God.
Hey, Jen, you like this? Like, if it would have been, obviously, you know, it's long enough ago, like, shit didn't get memed, like the whole fucking, whatever, the Maroon 5 singer, that, like, the holy fucking fuck.
Yeah,
that, you know, that whole, do you imagine the Brett Favre shit that would have came out in that time frame?
Yeah. Whew. Did you see the Bills guy flip out? I thought that was
the Bills
the
guy.
Coach.
Yeah.
That was good. He was very upset.
Ken Dorsey.
Somebody was like, I wish you just showed that much passion when he played for the Browns.
I'm thinking Miami.
Yeah.
That was funny thing is because you get that hand that comes in and covers the camera. It's like, you're a little fucking late on that, pal.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that.
He already flipped out.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was pretty funny.
But it was good, though, because I think everybody, you know, I don't think anybody's like, you shouldn't act like that. It's no.
This is
good on you. Because
he knows that you should have
everybody thinks you're like a fucking bland, fucking wet paper bag.
Yeah, exactly.
Now they know that you can't.
Yeah,
you give a shit.
Exactly. Did you watch the end of the Packers-Bucks game?
Refresh me.
Okay.
I'll see if I seen the clip or not.
You probably didn't watch the clip. I mean, it was a minutes of things.
Okay.
And so the Packers they punt the ball, they give back the ball back to Tom Brady with 2 minutes left. No timeouts.
Yep.
They're in their prevent, drives one way down the field, scores a touchdown, make it 14-12. They're going for the 2-point conversion. They break the huddle with 10 seconds left. Okay. The whole game, Tom has not had a starting receiver.
Yep.
Mike Evans, that was his suspension game. Julio and then Chris Godwin, they're all three out. So he already knows that he doesn't have all of his pieces. Breaks the huddle with 10. They get to the line. He's trying to move people around to get them lined up. Has no timeouts, can't call it.
Yeah.
Gets the delay game. Moves back. Again, breaks the huddle with 10 seconds left. Doesn't have to move them around and ends up not getting it. But I'm like, if you have to be mad at whoever was calling that play in.
Yeah.
Because you gave it to me. We had to break the huddle with 10 seconds. I have no timeouts.
Yeah.
Like, everybody has to know that situation.
At that point in time, he needs to be calling the play.
Exactly.
You're Tom Brady.
Exactly. You can call the fucking play, but I just thought it was a weird Tom Brady moment of that doesn't happen to him. And I know he didn't have the people. He was trying to get everybody lined, and I get that part, but it's like, you didn't already plan on this. You didn't plan on scoring and having to go for two. You didn't have something in your mind ready to go.
Yeah.
Like it's partly on Leftwich's fault. Like
100%.
You should have that. Everybody has a 2-point conversion play that they like. You practice it.
Yeah.
You practice it.
You have 3 of them.
Yes.
1, 2, and 3.
Mm-hmm.
Pick one.
Yep. No, I just thought that was a weird. You don't see. It was a weird Brady. It was a weird Bucks moment the last couple of years because they just don't make those little boneheaded mistakes.
Well, I'd seen the thing obviously with Rodgers saying, "Oh, I seen something on the jumbotron that and I passed it along to the coach," and everybody was saying like, "Oh, he got him to call that delay a game." It's like, well, he wouldn't be. He's not passing along that they got to fucking delay a game.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, and the jumbotron doesn't show the fucking clock.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm sure he's seen a formation of how they were coming out and said, "Hey, I've seen this before. Maybe they're doing this." He goes, obviously Aaron Rodgers sees. He goes, "I don't even know if I passed it along.
Exactly.
I don't know if they used it or if they thought or whatever."
Yeah,
but
exactly.
There you go. But everybody goes, "Oh, is it that delay a game? He got that delay a game call." It's like, I doubt it. Like, because he would have had to go out to the ref, and the whole crowd was yelling delay a game.
Yeah.
So I don't think he needed to tip anybody off of that, you fucking morons.
Yeah. No, I just thought it was a very weird situation for them to be in. No, just thought it wasn't a.
I don't know what to think of them.
I don't either.
Because nobody ever plays.
Yeah, exactly. What happens when the whole team's out there? Yeah.
It's like, hey, we picked up Cole Beasley.
Yep. I mean, he had to play.
We have these 2 massive star receivers. Well, they're never on the fucking field together.
No.
Ever.
Only Mike Evans. Like, this was, other than
obviously
he gets suspended, but yeah.
But Godwin's always hurt, and when he comes back, fucking Evans will twist his ankle.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like they never play together.
Yeah, and Julio's in the best spot because he's like, well, I don't really have to play. I'm only a 1-year deal, Oh, man. But no, it just, the situation of it all and that stuff, it was weird to see them do that.
Trying to think of what else. I had something else that I wanted to talk about, but I can't remember it. If I was better at my job, I'd write it down, but I can't lead everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because that was like, I obviously had to aerify greens, so I didn't get to see. I seen like the first quarter of a 1:00 game.
Yeah,
and that was it, because we had to start walking backwards for 5 hours. So make everybody. That is the one nice thing, obviously, with the way we do it, because everybody gets so pissed off when greens get aerified. Like obviously you worked in pro shops and stuff. That's the first question. You guys punch your greens yet? Like, we're not playing then.
Yeah.
Dude, like the way we do it, like we'll do it, Sunday night, Monday, and then we'll open back up on Tuesday. Like you can go out there and putt. You can't even fucking tell that we did it.
Yeah.
Like it's.
Yeah.
We finished up Monday. What's today? Thursday. The greens are back to the speed
of what
that you played.
Yeah.
And they were like a day or so ago. Of like, you can't even you can't even tell.
Yeah.
Of, just good at what I do.
Nice.
It's no big deal. I mean, it's no big deal.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to crown me, crown me.
Yeah, I mean,
just saying. I know you're sending texts and you're not really paying attention. That's
I heard everything you said. I heard everything you said.
Right in your ear holes.
I'm hearing you.
Yeah.
Like I'm fucking married.
You fucking acknowledge me.
You're the greatest of all time.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Is that too much to ask?
You're the greatest of all time, and I'm sorry.
Oh, that was what I wanted to talk about.
Me?
Yeah. You're the second.
Yeah, okay. All right. I'll take it.
How the fuck did the Dolphins win that game?
Oh, I have no idea.
Let's just run through.
Should have been on the fucking. He looked like he had no idea where the fuck he was.
It's off the top of my head, but it's going to be probably correct.
Okay.
The Bills ran 91 offensive plays, maybe 92. The Dolphins ran like 40.
Yeah.
Bills had the ball for 40 minutes. The Bills had 32 first downs.
Yeah.
The Dolphins punted into the fucking personal protector's asshole for a safety.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you never had the fucking ball. Your defense was getting marched all over the field.
Yeah.
You fucked up and gave up points on a special teams.
He's still winning. It's crazy.
I don't understand because I didn't see the game of what happened here. Like, how is that even possible?
Mm-hmm.
Like, when you just look at that offensive stat line, and go, how did you not score 30 points? How is this even a thing?
No, that's a good question. No, I didn't know all those stat lines. That's really wild.
32 first downs.
That's crazy.
I was
well, hell, fucking statistics alone say if you have the ball that long, you win the game.
Yeah. Statistic. If you block a punt, let alone have it turn into a Satan,
it's like it's like a 98% chance of winning the game.
Yeah, it's like. But I had McAfee's show on as I was leaving, and apparently Von Miller just comes on every week now. But he was talking, and they were talking about that, and he said it got weird because we got a first down. You know, it's like, it's third down. We'll start getting first down. To the point where he says, I was on the bench for so long, I had to start warming up.
Shit.
That I was like, hey, I'm kind of getting a little tight of
here.
like, you think about that. Obviously, they only played 40 fucking snaps on defense.
Yeah, that's wild. That's wild.
You did say, like, the trainers keep coming on, keep pushing water, say, hey, stay hydrated. Stay hydrated. He goes, well, I've been sitting up. He's like, I'm full. I'm not even sweating.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. That is weird though.
Yeah, and I didn't see that game, so I don't understand how that's.
Yeah,
there's nothing in that stat line that says
they should have lost.
Yeah,
no, that is,
and I don't know that the Bills turned it over a bunch. I don't know that stat.
That's what I was going to look up now to see if they had lots of turnovers.
If the Bills won the turnover battle, along with that, that would be amazing.
Let's see here. Josh Allen did not throw an interception. Neither did Tua. Trying to see the team stats. Okay. Turnovers. I mean, they did win the turnover battle. They're +1. So, but I don't know if they're counting the the punt thing.
Which is fine if they do, meaning that
they won every statistic but the scoreboard.
Every statistic but the scoreboard.
That's unheard of in the NFL.
That's crazy. That's
unheard of in really football.
If you win the turnover battle, you win.
Yeah.
If you block a kick, usually you win. Mm-hmm. If it turns into a safety with point, obviously.
Yeah.
If you have the ball for 40 of the 60 minutes, you win. If your offense, who the fuck runs 90 plays if you're not in college in a high-speed shootout game?
Yeah, that's crazy. That is... Whew.
And you lost.
Yeah. I don't know if I've ever even seen somebody do that, other than, obviously, Sunday. They won every stat line.
Everything. Except the scoreboard. Except the one that matters.
Yeah, exactly. Wow.
That's one of those ones of, like Russell Wilson would have been happy with that. He'd have had a good game.
Yeah, that's probably true. Hey, but I haven't seen the Broncos really 2-1 in a long time, so I'm pretty happy.
You should be. They are on fire.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. So get this, and we'll get into this as we go through the pick'ems because you'll see it. The Broncos are playing the Raiders, and the Raiders are favored. And Denver's not hurt.
Yeah, but Denver's not good.
They're the Raiders. They're 0-3.
Yeah, but it's at the Raiders.
I get that. And I mean, it's like 2 or something like that.
Yeah,
but
2.5. So that's hey, we don't know what these fucking teams are. We're going to give 2.5 to the fucking home team.
Yeah.
Pick it.
I just find it weird, though.
Find it weird that the over-under is 45.5.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck. Because 20 points, I think, is the most.
Well, here's one. It just moved. The freaking Bengals are now favored by 4.
Yeah, I did see that. I find it weird they're favored. I know they're home.
Yeah.
Short week.
Yeah, I understand it on the Thursday. Like, I'd give you 3 because it's, hey, you're at home. Short, it's Thursday game.
But, dude, they're
Miami's defense was on the field for
they're fucking, they're white Their white and black shit is sweet,
sick, man.
Did you see the field?
Yeah, they redid that.
Oh God, it's awesome. No, that's freaking sweet.
Yeah.
All right, you want to pick them?
Let's do it. You go ahead and go first since I'm the winner.
Okay. Let's start right off the bat here and go Titans at Colts.
I knew you were fucking going there because that's the first one I was going to give you.
Titans at Colts. The Titans are plus 3.5.
I'm going to take the Colts minus 3.5. I mean,
Okay.
I don't like either of the teams,
Yeah.
but somebody will probably say something to Matt Ryan and that'll get him a win.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. All right, give me one, baby.
All right, here we go.
It's weird because I like to scroll through as you're. I can't just leave it on my typing screen.
Yeah,
I have
try to
look
pick it and try to pick out.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to give you Jacksonville at Philadelphia. Jacksonville is plus 6.5. That's a
tough one because Jacksonville's playing well.
Yeah.
Playing very well, but so are the Eagles. Oh, man. It's a toughie.
Like, to me, it's not tough if it was under 5.
Mm-hmm.
6.5 is because I could see it being.
I think I'm going to go with the Eagles. I'll ride the Eagles train until they start to fuck up.
I see it.
Let's go. This one's going to be. I think this one's going to be super interesting. Let's go Bills at Ravens. The Ravens are plus 3.
I'm going to take the Bills minus 3 because I think there's an ass stomping coming now.
Yeah, I mean, I can see it.
And the Ravens, like Lamar Jackson is fucking phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
But they've been kind of dicking around, like you get beat by the Dolphins. They've been dicking around enough that a team like the Bills, I think, could spank you if you're not
careful.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
With you mention that, I do the same thing as you're looking. I'm scrolling through the games, and then before I give my answer, I find the game so I can visually see it.
And it makes no sense.
I don't know why.
Because it doesn't help at all, but
I
have
anything.
to see it.
We're on the exact same site.
Yeah.
I mean, let's see. Give you a piece of shit game.
Thank you.
Are you guys a Monday night game? No, you play.
No, we play.
I scrolled too far.
We're the Monday night game next week.
Next week.
Yeah.
That'll be.
Or no, 2 weeks. We're Thursday night next week.
Yeah. I scrolled too far.
Well, give me a fucking game.
Let's give you the Commanders at the Cowboys. The Commanders are getting 3.
I'm going Washington. Going to go Commanders plus the 3. As much hype as been around Rush, I think he's going to have a letdown sooner or later because he's still a backup quarterback no matter what. But I think I'm going to go Commanders plus the 3. Okay, let's go. Let's go Browns at Falcons. The Falcons are plus 1.5.
I'm taking the Browns minus the 1.5. That doesn't even seem. It's weird that's weird even a thing.
That close, yeah.
I'm going to give you a fuck all of a pick.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
I'm going to give you the Patriots at the Packers.
God damn it, the 10.
Patriots are getting 9.5. Now here's the great part of that. The 9.5 point spread and the over-under is 39.5.
No, it doesn't make any sense.
Nobody's going to score any points, but at the same time, they're going to beat the shit out of them.
You know what? Mac Jones isn't playing. I'm going to go Packers.
Okay.
Packers. It's probably going to fuck me, but Packers minus the 9.5. Hate that.
Like if you'd have said there was an 11-10 game, I'd kind of pick that one to be it.
Yeah. Not wrong there. Let's go Chiefs at Bucks. Chiefs are plus 1.
I'm going to take the Chiefs. I don't love it.
Chiefs plus the 1.
I don't like picking the Chiefs.
I don't like picking the Bucks either because they never seem to cover
either. Nobody ever fucking plays.
Yeah.
Let's see. Dead air.
Yeah. Say, come on.
Seahawks at the Lions.
That was going to be my next one for you.
Seahawks are getting 4.5.
Oh,
That's
man.
a tough one because The Lions will absolutely beat the shit out of them, but then somehow figure out how
to lose it.
Yeah.
I'm going to still go with the Lions. We'll go with the Lions minus the 4.5.
I like their team.
I do too.
They just need to learn how to win.
Yeah. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. All right, here we go. For your last game, I'm going to give you the Bears at the Giants. The Bears are +3.
Push. That is such a fucking terrible game.
The Giants should be undefeated right now, though. I mean, they shouldn't have lost to Dallas.
Yeah, but they're also the Giants.
I know that, but I'm saying they should not have lost to the Cowboys.
I really want to go undefeated this week. I don't know what to do with this one. Here's what I'm going to do, though.
Yeah.
I'm just going to take the team that's getting some points.
Okay.
And take the Bears.
Take the Bears.
This
Bears
has nothing to do with either of the teams.
Yeah.
I'll just give me the points because it could just be a 1-point game.
Could be. It really could be.
Could be 3-2.
Yeah.
All right, I owe you one more.
Yes, sir.
All right. The Rams at the 49ers.
Monday Night Football.
Oh, no. What? We don't normally do Monday nights, do we? Okay.
I gave you Sunday night, though, so I don't know if you just...
That's all right. That's all right. We'll change that up. I didn't like that game anyways.
Okay, thanks.
We're going to go to London.
Oh!
And I'll give you the Vikings at the Saints, I guess.
Sunday
Vikings,
morning.
They're -2.5.
Yeah, I was going to go with the Vikings either way.
I don't know what the Saints are.
There do I. Because they should not have gotten beat by fucking Carolina.
They should not have struggled as much with fucking...
Oh, Tampa Bay, yeah.
Well, they should have beat Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
They dominated that game for a lot of it.
Yeah.
Where was that game that... Oh, I don't... It was starting to push some promotions to me. I'm on this website all the time, even though I can't fucking use it.
Yeah, I know.
What was the Carolina game? It was like 1.5. Or was that the Carolina and the Browns? Or no, that was the Falcons.
Falcons,
Who
yeah.
does Carolina play this week?
Carolina plays the Cardinals?
Yeah, and that's like 1.5 game.
Yeah.
Like, why is that a thing?
I don't know.
Yeah, that was just my...
Hell, I mean, I know we'd rather go with FanDuel, but I just looked at the ESPN to see who they played, and the Chiefs and Bucks are now even.
Well, that's kind of what a +1, -1 is.
And yeah. But that's wild. Wild stuff.
Yeah, that's be interesting to see how this week goes, because the last couple weeks have been, bonkers.
Mm-hmm.
Except last week was more of a bland.
Yeah. I mean, we had some upsets. I mean,
yeah, but it wasn't this wild shit of how the fuck did this happen in the last 30 seconds?
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting because it seems kind of bland. Like, like when we're picking, obviously we don't pick Thursday night games, and usually not a Monday night game.
Yeah.
Like, your afternoon slate seems like it, but it'll be fire.
Oh, yeah, it'll be fire.
Seen the top 19 TV shows this year so far are all NFL games.
Yeah. Shocker.
Every game, the NFL average is 17 million viewers.
Nice.
Per game.
Nice.
Bengals Cowboys, 26.2 million people watch that game.
Wow.
They are fucking king.
Yeah.
Why does anybody care? Everybody fucking cares.
Yeah. Are you kidding me? Football's amazing.
Greatest thing going.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the
greatest thing in my life. I was waiting for you to say mine too.
I
got some kids.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
I know they'll think it's a joke.
Yeah. Maybe, but it's
wink,
true.
Wink.
It's true.
The only disappointing... Dude, I have not watched an episode of that Jeffrey Dahmer thing yet, and that's usually right up my alley.
Honestly, you'll like it.
I'm sure I'll love it.
It's a bit much for me.
Is it?
Like, it's pretty gross.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's about eating people.
I know.
There's a lot of murder involved. It's only 17, though.
Yeah. it's rookie numbers, but no, it's just it's a disturbing, tough watch. Not tough because it's bad, but tough because you're like, this fucking happened.
Yeah.
Like, that's why it's tough for me to get. I'm like, this is fucking true. And he's doing this shit. Now the dude who plays him just does a fucking fantastic. He's already good at being weird anyway.
Yeah.
But he does a really good job. And I haven't even watched all of it. I think I'm on episode 3 or something like that. But
what is it? Probably 8 or 10?
I think there's 10.
10.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah. The only thing I don't like about it is like it's a lot of back and forth time jumps.
Gotcha.
It's not a start to finish kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's like a end towards the end and back, middle.
Start with
back.
the end, go back. Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah, and that's the only thing I really don't like about it.
Yeah.
And they don't really give you dates either, or like years. Like they give you like 2 years, and then it's like, well, where the hell are we? I know we're young, but how young? Like, I mean, where are we in the year span?
Give me
like
a nice lineal.
Yes, give me some kind of
here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is like all the outrage on like Twitter and shit like that of like they need to take this down and stop glorifying making the money. It's like, well, they wouldn't make it if you didn't fucking watch it.
Exactly, don't fucking watch it.
It's kind of the business that they're in.
No shit.
Didn't say anything about that with the fucking Ted Bundy thing.
No,
is it because they're killing guys now?
Yeah.
Fucking male privilege. And give a shit when the guy was killing all these sorority chicks.
Exactly. You don't care. You piece of shit. You're just as bad.
It's like just fucking 8 people.
Yeah. Ate their hearts.
Yeah, a little bit of everything.
Yeah. I think this is a lot of specifically on the hearts. Like this is what it's like. The first 3 episodes is kind of really about
heart heavy.
Yeah, real heart heavy, real tugs at the strings.
See, and that's funny thing is because I don't like horror movies, mainly because they're bullshit.
Yeah.
You're a big horror fan.
Yes. Yeah. I like bullshit.
Both ways.
Yeah.
But then you're like these are my horror movies of like, no, I get freaked out about, not that I get freaked out, kind of dead inside, but like this shit happened.
Yeah, no, that's
where it's like, oh, this guy is fucking, alien came in and started biting off penises and it's like, why is that scary?
Yeah, because it is, man.
Yeah, it's a scary movie,
he's biting
man.
Off dicks.
He's biting dicks off. It's like, this guy was fucking
eating dicks.
Put him in a hot dog bun. I mean, like that shit happened.
With some ketchup.
See, the one that was a tough watch for me, I think I told you that before, is the Night Stalker one.
Yeah.
Just
because it was creepy as fuck.
Creepy as fuck.
I watched it at 1 in the morning.
Of just how random it was.
Yeah. He didn't have a fucking...
there was no fucking plan.
No
like
pattern.
He didn't have I go after sorority girls or I go to gay clubs and pick these guys up and eat them. And
nope.
Like this is like, hey, there's a fucking house. Yep. I think I'll just murder everybody in it. It's just like, what the fuck? Yeah. Cop lives there. Didn't even know that. I just figured I'd go in there and try to kill him.
Yep. It's like, oh, fuck.
That's fucked up.
Yep. No, I was with you on that one. I watched, that was one where I'm like, I think it was and I never sleep after my games. I'm always up, And I think I just started watching it and I'm at the point, I'm like second episode in, I'm like, the door's locked?
Yeah.
Like,
that's what it does to you. It's like, do I lock the fucking doors?
What was that noise? Was it the cat? Like, what? I mean, oh, the doors are closed. What the hell?
Somebody fucking Jake braked fucking mile away, but you can still hear it, and it's just that muffled. What the fuck?
Am I getting murdered?
Yeah, that one was just the. Hey,
no, it was wild.
That was the other one, the California rapist one or whatever. Of like, he's just breaking into houses, raping people.
Yeah,
and then he'd kill them once in a while, but he mostly just. Like he broke into houses, tied the husband up, and raped the wife. Like that's a fucking what?
Yeah.
I mean, California's the best. Yeah. See a lot of fucking people just murdering everybody and raping your wives.
Yeah, it's a lot. Not the best place.
Yeah.
Homeless.
And these people had homes that were doing it. And imagine what they're doing down in Skid Row. Besides drug and jankum.
Yeah.
It's where they poop in a bag and then they get high off the fumes.
I didn't know that. That's why I just said meow, because I didn't know what you're talking about.
I like
now
it.
that I do, it's pretty gross.
They let it ferment in there, and that could be complete bullshit. I think I seen it on a fucking American Dad. It's a fucking cartoon. It's like, and some jankum, I poop in a bag and it ferments. And it's like, I just, in my mind, it's like, well, that must be a real thing.
Roger made that up.
That's legit. There's no way they would make that up.
That seems real as hell. Oh, that's funny.
I don't think that show gets enough fucking credit for how funny it is. It's fucking hilarious.
It was really funny. It is. I love that show.
Yeah. All right, we should get out of here to watch some football.
Sounds good.
Do it.
WideSide!